What's up, everybody? Thank you very much for joining us today here at Fennell Brothers Baseball. We have a very special day ahead of us. We got Jason Grilli here today. Welcome, Jason.
Thank you, guys.
His name kind of speaks for itself. Mick, I know you wanted to touch upon Jason's career a little bit.
Yeah, like Ryan said, it's great to have you here, Jason. It's his MLB career, like you said, speaks for itself. Drafted 97, fourth overall by the Giants, right? Yeah. It's crazy to look back that 20 years of your life, basically, which at one point, half your life was playing professional baseball.
Yeah, my entire adulthood was so.
It's crazy.
Still a kid. I'm trying to help the kids and be kids with you guys. You know?
Absolutely, and that's a main reason why Jason is here today. We love helping kids. It's what we do, especially in the sport of baseball. And we have a very exciting opportunity that is happening now here in the Pittsburgh area that originated in Jason's hometown of Syracuse. Top 100 Sports. And why we're here is to talk about this and how we are affiliated and how Jason's tied in. And I kind of wanted to just give Jason a quick couple minutes here and tell us about Top 100, tell us why you like Top 100, and tell us why you have so much faith in them.
Yeah,
I know you do.
Well, thanks, guys, for believing in me and having me here with you guys. I love, if you guys don't know the Fennell Brothers, these guys do it right, and I'm happy to partner with these guys and Top 100 Sports. Today's game, I think there's a lot of playing going on. Everybody's thinking about tournaments and winning trophies, and you hear all that, and these crazy baseball dads are acting like pageant moms. But if you get with the right people to develop, I think that's where I remember growing up that we practiced so much. For every game, we had 2 or 3 practices. And I used to remember changing my uniform in cars driving to these games because it was always about getting reps. It's not about what your stats are. It's really about, especially from 10 or 12 to get your high school jersey. I said that's kind of where the heart of it is. And you see guys and players fade out. Yeah. So really a focus of mine and why I'm trying to get with you guys is you're in the development, into development and getting players to become better and hopefully wear that high school jersey. And then after that, it's there's even more work ahead. So that's why I always focus on the word development. I think there's all these academies and baseball schools, and people are focusing in today's day and age. It's do you take the shortcut? There is no shortcuts, right. Especially in baseball. Baseball is every day, right, guys?
Yeah, absolutely.
So you got to do something there. Top 100 Sports. I'll focus on that. A couple of great guys I met up in my hometown. Yeah. They've been doing this, and it's an accountability measure stick for players. Creating player profiles, which everybody tries to do that. They want to get recruited, being seen. So we now have a digital platform where you can put that. You can add your own videos, and there's some things in the future we'd like to add to that. Where you guys do a great job of that, breaking down hitter swings. Yeah. So we can coach and develop even virtually as kids are learning today. The other thing is training. We talk about training, getting a good personal trainer. I had a choice. If you saw me at 20 years old, it's laughable. And I was a 4th round pick, and I was in an era where the juice heads and steroids were coming into play. Yeah. I chose, my steroid was to actually do the work and hire a personal trainer. I hated the weight room. Yeah. I hated working out. I still do. Yeah. Right? I'd rather sit and eat pizza and wings. But, if you're going to hold yourself accountable, you want to be the best. And I wasn't the best. I was a skinny kid. I developed kind of late. Yep. I had a couple hardships. I even went to the Cape Cod League. I was a freshman All-American. I got my butt kicked in at the Cape Cod League to see guys that were getting drafted. So baseball is humble like that, but if you still stay focused, that's how you get better. Yeah. Who's the older brother here? Me. Okay, so you beat up on him a lot, right? But did you give up?
No.
So, you didn't give up. He still tried to beat your butt sometimes, right? Yeah. So just, again, accountability. We have measuring sticks and some testing that you guys can challenge yourself with. It isn't about who's better than you, even though we do have some leaderboards that in the, locally in the area, again, playing in the big leagues, we all see go to the park, right? You see the scoreboards and you see who the ERA leader is, the batting leader, home run leader, strikeout leader. I liked it when my name was up there, but if I fell off of it, I knew I had to keep playing better.
It's an honor, like you said.
Right, it's an honor to be up there. So we have that to hold you accountable again, and on a leaderboard to say, well, how am I going to be among the best? You know who the guy is you don't want to face, whether it's in the batter's box or on the mound, right? Or a kid that you say, I can't hit it towards him because he's going to catch my line drive and get me out. So, it's just kind of rounding out some things. I think you guys believing in Top 100,
Sure.
us believing in you guys, what you guys are about. We are excited that, come out and see what this is all about. Put your faith in these guys, the Fennell Brothers. You guys know what they're about. Put your faith in me. I don't like to sell garbage or attach myself with things I don't believe in. And again, we're all here for the same reason. We want kids to get better, and functional movement and strength is really what we're trying to get these kids to showcase themselves the best way to play this game. Keep the uniform on as long as you want. There's a lot of other things pulling at these kids nowadays, but kids that are really serious about it, we want to keep the uniform on them. I don't care if it's high school, if it's Division III, up to Division I, or even playing professionally.
Yeah.
No, I know Jason's passionate about this simply because I remember a random Saturday a few months ago, 11:30 at night, he's calling me. He's like, "Hey man, listen, I just got out of this business meeting up in Syracuse. You got to check these guys out, Top 100." And I'm sitting there like, all right, man, yeah. So midnight, I'm checking out my phone, Top 100 Sports, and I was like, these guys are legit. And within 2 weeks, he brought them down here. They came in here. We met them in person. Super awesome guys. Justin, Jerry, they came down. Just couldn't be more put together, organized, ready to do this, ready to develop kids, really. So I know he's passionate, and we feel the same way.
Yeah, no, and I think to touch on Top 100, the accountability aspect that Jason was talking about, I think that's the most important part of it, because it gives a kid readings from their numbers. At the end of the day, baseball is a team sport, but it's so individualized where you need to be competing against yourself. And you know that, I know that. Anyone that plays a sport, if you want to succeed to the best, you're competing against yourself, not what anyone else is doing. And it gives you those numbers for you to follow from November to the next testing date, to the next testing date, trying to, if you're not on the leaderboard, potentially climb to the leaderboard and have that, see the progression, see the success, and grow off it. So I think that's one area of it that's going to really benefit kids, no matter what the age is, for them to see the progression and hold themselves accountable and say, hey, my goal is to get to here, and being able to put in that work and grow that
Exactly.
way.
What's funny too, you see, we were just, before we even started shooting this video, the brand of baseball that is out there. It's a lot of 40, maybe 50% of it is now walks, homers, and strikeouts. Right? So that's the brand of baseball, is old school versus new school. The brand of baseball that I grew up playing didn't have a shift. I used to love saying, if I gave up a hit as a pitcher up the middle, I'm hoping my shortstop has enough range to get there, but I'm willing to give that hit up. Right. Now we got the shift on, so there's a whole different thing going on. There's old school versus new school, the cybermetrics, all these things, like I said, we call it accountability measures, these measuring numbers that scouts, what is the Yankee way? What is, North Carolina's way? What is Ohio State's way? What is, University of Pitt here locally? What kind of players are they looking for? These numbers will give you an indication. There's no more fabricating or lying about, hey, my kid throws this hard, or my kid does this, and he's the best in the air. This is all video verified. We have this now down to a science where it's like, this is where you can go. That we want to just, and again, it doesn't matter what anybody else does. This is just an indication to say, this is how you can get better. This is where you see your weaknesses are. And for those weaknesses, you come to the Fennell Brothers, or you go to this other academy that's near you, and you get the training and say, I need help. I think being vulnerable in this game that is very, negative and hard, very difficult, right? You're not get the success rate is difficult, but that's where people say you have to be mentally strong to play baseball. And now I think you have to be even more mentally prepared, because there's so many other variables that are coming into play. Right?
Absolutely,
no doubt.
And how it works quickly, Top 100, starting in just a little less than a month, is the first of 3 evaluation dates. And basically you come in and you test your numbers where you're at now. It doesn't matter if you haven't trained yet. I mean, we're just going to see where you're at, and then we go from there. Then there's a second date. I believe it's February?
I believe so,
February. And then we would go to the third testing date in April. Basically, you see yourself progress over those 3 dates. What happens is a team of Top 100 affiliates comes down, and they do all the testing from pop time to throwing velocity to 5-10-5 sprint time,
30-yard
jump.
shuttle.
Pretty much any number you need to promote yourself with, they'll come down and video certify it. and do it for you guys. And
Things
then
that the
it's-
big leaguers, minor leaguers, professionals are tested on collegiately.
Right.
Every
See
spring
where you're
training,
winning, you know?
They go through the same sort of testings.
Yeah. So after they do that, it's then all uploaded to your own digital locker, and you guys have it. Like Jason said, there's a leaderboard. You can kind of use that as a motivation factor. Like, hey, I got to work a little harder to beat this guy or this guy. And then at the end of the day, the reason for all this is to develop yourself. But as a reward for being on the top 100, you get to go play in the top 100 games, right? So in Syracuse, right?
Yep.
Yeah. So that's another great honor, obviously, by age group. But we're just super excited to be on board with these guys.
Yeah, no, like Ryan said, it's fun to have these guys here promoting this. They're started in New York, like they said, very popular up there, and now branching out, and we're trying to get that to players around here, be able to get the testing measures, be able to grow off of it and see where you can go as a player. Because at the end of the day, like you said, hard work, nothing's going to beat hard work.
Right.
If you've got the right head on your shoulders, you're working hard, it's good to see the measurables go in the right direction rather than not knowing if what you're doing is working or not. So it gives them that tool to be able to address it.
Well, it's funny because, again, I come from Syracuse, New York.
Yep.
It's not really known baseball area, right? It kind of is on the map. There's a few guys that come out of there and doing some things. But, moving here after being a transplant, for my career, it passed through here. It didn't end here, unfortunately. But I loved Pittsburgh so much for my kids. But seeing how competitive this area is from North Allegheny to Pine Ridge just the surroundings, even into, Ohio, the surrounding states. There's a third of the country's population within a 5-hour radius just where we live.
That's crazy.
So to be centralized and to measure yourself, we want to promote this, not because this is a money-making opportunity for us. We want to give you the best tools. For the cost of what people spend on a bat, right? Just equipment-wise.
Yep.
The real tool is yourself. You have to invest in yourself. And the biggest investment you can make in yourself is time and dedication, and dedicating themselves to you, being held accountable. I used to always say, hey, if I let my personal trainer down, I'm not showing up. Half the time is just showing up to do the work. So, I want to challenge you guys, get with the Fennell Brothers, check out these testing dates. We want to see you come out. I can tell you, I'll probably be there too. I want to see what talent you have and encourage you guys. Don't worry about what your scores are right now. It's not going to be where you are and end up. What this is a starting point that gives you guys the tools and the numbers and the know-how to say, okay, I want to go from here to here. And who can you do it with? You got the instructors. You got guys that have the tutelage and the knowledge and some of the professional experience. Okay, and I'm going to be around, floating around, and my people top 100. We're expanding out, and we want to bring this here to you. So I hope that you guys take advantage of it. Thank you guys for believing in me.
Thanks for the opportunity. We're super excited. Attached to this video on this post underneath will be a link, and how you get registered as you go on Top 100's website. You'll see the register for the dates. Like we said, November 15th is the first one, a couple weeks away. Get on there, get registered. We will see all you guys there, and excited to get working with you. Thanks, guys.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Yeah, sure thing.